I spent a long time working for NBC as their Director of Innovation for their international business, which is where I first came across greyhairworks, and we formed a brilliant partnership throughout that relationship where we were able to really bring some strong solutions providers into the business and build some really good relationships through proof of concept projects, trials, and into full-on rollouts. The interesting thing about the time that we live in now is that there is no shortage of startup and scale-up companies who desire to get inside a large corporation. The wonderful thing about working with greyhairworks is they've already taken the hardest part of that workflow by horizon scanning and separating the good companies from the companies that might not make it. And so when I can approach a large corporate, I can do so with a huge degree of confidence that the solution partner that I'm going to introduce them to is ready for action. That makes it really easy for me to simply send an email to a contact that I have in an existing organization, such as Discovery, and say, I'm working with this fantastic company, greyhairworks. They select scale-ups and startups who are ready for corporations, and I think I've found one that's going to solve a problem you are facing. And then I'm able to just take it from there. One of the great things working with the greyhairworks team is that it really does feel like you're part of a team and you're inside of an ecosystem because of the Slack channel that they have, because of the events that they put on for the solution providers and the associates, and because of the constant contact that you can have with the team to keep you up to date on the new solutions providers that are coming on board and some of the new associates that are joining as well. One of the pieces of advice that I would give to other associates is to not necessarily instantly discount solutions providers that on the face of it, you think aren't relevant to the industry that you service. For example, I spoke to GladCloud initially and thought that there was very little use case for them within the broadcast industry. But having spent an hour discussing the product, the vision, and the service with Keith, it became very apparent to both of us that actually there was potentially a really good case with Sky Sports and utilizing this for advertising in pubs that if we hadn't have spent a long time talking about it, we really wouldn't have come up with. We now live in a world where the solutions to our problems come from companies of all different shapes and sizes. Previously, it used to be really easy to go to the larger companies and find out whether they had the solution you were looking for. But when there are tens and thousands of startups being set up every year, how are you supposed to be able to find the answer to your particular problem? And that's where greyhairworks comes in. So my advice to anybody trying to find a solution to a challenge that they haven't found yet is to reach out to the guys at greyhairworks because they've probably already found it.